Ikigai, a Japanese word. Do you know what it means? What does it mean? Do you know what it means? Hey champions, it's me, Zenah, a passion empowerment coach. And today I would love to tell you how I feel about the book Ikigai. Ikigai, the Japanese secret to a long and happy life. Well, my father's friend, we can call him my uncle, gifted this book to me. I have heard about Ikigai and stuff in many medias and stuff, but never thought I would get to actually read it. And my uncle gifted this book for me, so I started to read. To be honest, technical information books weren't really my type. I was so much into fiction and fantasy and thriller and crime and slice of life novels, those kind of things, that I wasn't familiar with reading technical information types of books. And this one was so technical. But actually in the first page itself, it tells us what Ikigai means. So basically, there are this kind of people, and they are this kind of Japanese people who live a very long and healthy and happy life. And most of them reach above the age of 100. Yes, I'm talking up to that level. And we must have this question in our mind, how they live this long. That is what is discussed here. Ikigai, in one word, means purpose. In one word, it means purpose. Having your Ikigai means having your purpose in life, which is very, very important. If you are someone who is currently struggling to cope with your life situation, or if you feel like you are not worth living in this life and that you have no purpose, then this one is the perfect book for you. Ikigai is the perfect book for you because it helps you find your purpose in life, your motivation to go on in life. Okay, so I said that technical information books weren't really my type, but when I started to read this, I was completely immersed in that book. You know, there's this Diary of Anne Frank, you're all familiar with it. And in that Diary of Anne Frank is saying that she was once reading a book and that she was completely immersed in that book, so immersed in that book that she didn't notice someone ringing the doorbell until her sister went to open the door. And that is how much immersed in this book I was. So you can just imagine how powerful this book is. And even though I said this one went very technical, it wasn't very technical till the last. You know, they made it more fun by adding more characters, adding more personal examples, life examples of the people of Japan. And more specifically, I've not told you this, sorry. More specifically, it's the place called Okinawa, and even more specifically in a small city called Ogimi. And these people's life experiences is also narrated here. You know, one person, they said that they never ate meat in their life. For an omnivore like me, well, that is unsettling news. And other person said that they never ate food from restaurants, they have their food in their yard. They grow everything in their yard. And that was surprising for me too. But you know the most surprising thing? Another person said that all they did in their life was eat sushi and sleep. Oh my God. Okay, so this is not entirely true. This is not literally true, but it kind of is. And it's also very funny, you know? And these kind of people live 116 years, I believe. That's how much level they go. So, you know, this book has, they include many fun facts about, it also includes spiritual related stuff and bringing peace and ability like logotherapy and escape velocity. So logotherapy is basically a kind of psychotherapy that focuses on the future and find personal reasons for life. It's more into coaching. I'm a coach, so I can know that it's related to coaching, but it's more spiritual related. And coaching is more reality related, or whatever you call it. And escape velocity. Escape velocity is a kind of trick that we can use to be immortal in life, immortal. So that was really fun to read, and you cannot, of course, be immortal in your life, but of course you can live many years, and especially when 116 years is such a long age to us. 80 years also it's a long age to us, but it's young for people in Agimi and Okinawa. You can just imagine that. So we are considered immortal when we are 116 or 15 years old. So that is escape velocity, and that is what these people, Japanese people, are focusing on. So moving on. It also has, what was I going to say again? Okay, yes. It also teaches a lot of valuable life lessons, and let me tell you, there it is. In the back of the book, it just shows everything. It shows in a recap what is saying in this book. So this is like really important. And the best one that I found is smile. It's like surround yourself with good friends. Don't fill your stomach. Take it slow. Stay active. Don't retire. And let me tell you, in this book, it says that for Japanese people, the word retire does not exist. So you can just imagine that. When we are very old and we grow old and we have a job already, be it government or private or whatever, we are always looking to retire and still get the money, right? I know that, right? We all are like that. Even I'm like that. If I'm getting old, I ain't working. I'm sitting in my home and I still want the money. But these Japanese people are not like that. They don't have the word retire in their dictionary. And there's also other things like give thanks and live in the moment, like stop regretting on the past and follow your Ikigai, and still so much things. There's also one thing called hara hachi bu. Do you know what that means? Do you know it? Hara hachi bu means, in my explanation, it means that eat 80% of your food. Okay? That means that if you are eating, don't eat until your stomach is full. Do not do that, but eat only 80%. We get obese, we get all these, fat issues and stuff because we eat all of our food and we don't exercise. But what the Japanese people do is they eat all of their food. That is correct. They don't waste food, but their plates are exceptionally smaller than ours. Which means that if our plate is this much, their plate is this much. And that does create a psychological change in our minds. We subconsciously think that we are full when we eat a full little plate. You know the difference, right? So there's all these things that happen, and it's such a load of information. But let me tell you, there's a thing that technical information books make a mistake. You know what they make mistake is they load us readers with information. They overload us readers with information, which in turn gets us nothing. Nothing gets into our brain. We just read it and it just goes away. But that mistake is not spotted here. What these writers did, what Hector Garcia and Frances Morales did, is that they gave us a piece of information, like a phrase or a word, and then they gave us the proper explanation, and then they also gave us examples of other people in that place so that we can understand it really good. But they don't overload us, which is a very, very good quality that I saw in this book. And I guess that's it. I guess that is my review. I'm leaving my review about the book Ikigai, Your Purpose in Life. And if you want to find your purpose, or if you are searching for your purpose, then this is the perfect book in life. You have to read this. And if you want to know more about Ikigai, it's also written in the back. Ikigai is what you love, what the world needs, what you could be paid for, and what you are good at. So read this book. I promise it's not just one technical information book. It's an amazing one. Thank you.